Hey everyone, Kritsonis here for WhatsYourTech.ca, and in this video segment we're going to take a look at the Gateway 1 ZX6800 all-in-one touchscreen PC. And here is the Gateway 1, as you can see, with the keyboard and mouse, and here's a look at the specs, some of which are pretty good actually. This is a pretty robust machine when you look at it on paper. And on the back we see the eSATA port, then you got the LAN port as usual, support for 5.1 surround sound, and then 4 USB ports here in the back as well. And moving to the sides, we have another 2 USB ports right there and there. And on the other side, we have a memory stick, an SD slot, we have the light button, which I'll show you in a bit, and then the typical microphone and headphone jacks, and of course the optical drive. I figured it'd be prudent of me to also show you what kind of bloatware is on this machine. Here you see all kinds of different stuff that's on here, almost all of which is on a trial basis, of course, and some of which actually is pretty cool, but nothing really all that interesting, to be honest with you. So we're going to move away from this for a second. I'm going to show you the desktop right here very quickly. I'm going to bring up the keyboard. Of course, you can use this when you need to, although I don't think you're going to use it very often. And here's a look at the games. And as you can see, the console here is just loading a game that I have, and a lot of these games are, some of these games are free actually, most are not. This is what's called the Gateway Touch Portal, and as you can see, all these apps here are all based on touch. There's a whole bunch of them here. I'm going to show you a few. The main one here being the Media Center, which is called Power Cinema, as you can see. And this is sort of your repository for all your media. So I'm just going to scroll through the menu very quickly here. Videos, music, of course, movies, and all the basics that you would expect. Now, we're just going to show photos here. I'm going to play around with some of the photos that I have here. The screen is pretty slick, and it is pretty easy for you to slide your fingers across, but don't expect the same kind of experience that you might get with an iPod Touch or an iPhone. It's just not quite as snazzy as you would expect with Apple's machines, but it is pretty good though. I was pretty impressed for the most part. It's easy to move things around. I'm going to actually start a slideshow here just to show you kind of the quality of the screen, which I was impressed with, to be honest, and moreover, just to see the different options that you have. I mean, really, you could kind of set this thing up almost in a living room, and it could be like a big digital photo frame. I don't know how practical it is for you, but it is an option. Now we're just going to get out of that and get out of photos and now go to music. And as you can see, you can press the icon. It doesn't have to be right front and center there. I barely have anything here. This is all what was preloaded on the machine, so I don't have much to show you, but just to give you an idea sort of how this looks and how it works. And we're going to get out of this as well and move over to videos here in a second. There we go. We can finally get out of there. And let's take a look at videos. Yeah, see, it didn't recognize my first touch, so that tends to happen sometimes. And here you can see a couple of preloaded films that they have here. These are both in high definition, just to give you an idea also of the film quality, which I thought was very good too. Sound is actually very good as well, I should mention. So you have a good video and audio package to look forward to here. Save, of course, for the lack of Blu-ray. But moving on to Microsoft Surface and this big globe that you can pinch and expand and play around with. It's a bit of a novelty, but it makes good use of the touchscreen features. I thought it was pretty cool. I mentioned earlier that there was a light button on the side of the Gateway 1, and this is what it does. It turns on a light at the bottom, which actually has 3 settings. You can see them both up close here from afar. They're actually pretty useful and pretty cool, especially when they're on together. The 23-inch touchscreen is really nice, and I appreciated the fact that it didn't smudge my fingerprints all over it like I was defacing a painting. But I still see the touchscreen as a bit of a novelty. Out of the box, it doesn't offer a wide range of applications that make you really want to glue your fingers to the screen. Sure, you might be able to show off a few games to friends or a couple of apps, maybe Microsoft Surface, but I don't see anyone, except for maybe kids, wanting to keep their hands stretched out over this thing. Hey, in the end, it might actually be a good workout for the kids. That's why I see the touchscreen as more of a bonus at this point. What I really liked about the Gateway 1 ZX6800 is that it's pretty robust and powerful under the hood. I could do photo editing, video editing, run multiple apps, or play games without any real problems with the machine. It runs Windows 7 64-bit pretty well. The quality of the screen's impressive. And the 1 terabyte hard drive means you can store quite a bit of media on this thing. You know, at that point, why not just treat this thing like a bedroom TV? Because that's really what it comes down to. I'll admit, I got annoyed at the fan inside because it seems like it can't make up its mind on whether to stay quiet or start blaring every 30 seconds. Mind you, this typically only happens when the ZX6800 starts feeling the heat. But even so, this thing is either bipolar, schizophrenic, or both, and it was a little bit frustrating for me. Same with the included keyboard and mouse, which are terrible in every way, shape, and form. I've got nothing good to say about them, and this is how I feel about them. You're much better off getting your own wireless keyboard and mouse. That I can assure you. Is it worth buying this PC? I would say yes, because Gateway has undercut HP, Lenovo, and others on price, while offering a nice, powerful machine with a sleek form factor, the included keyboard and mouse notwithstanding, of course. Now, the touchscreen part of it is cool, but we're still some time away from seeing what we can use them for on a regular basis. I would actually consider that more of a bonus, as opposed to one of the main reasons to buy this thing. For WhatsYourTech.ca, I'm Kritsonis. Thanks for watching.